Hey, welcome back. All right, we just had our coffee, so I hope that you had your coffee too. So, as we were sharing just before we left the coffee, Yicheng already summarized the three P's and the C's. All right, if you forgot, you know what's the three P's? Don't tell me. So that's being patient, being personable, and being progressive. That is, we go together. All right, and the important thing is to be committed and to care for the people that we interact with. Right, so we have talked about the past, right, your current challenger, the people that sound very, very interesting. Right, I don't think the day is any. I don't think any day is a dull day for you. All right. Okay, by the way, what time do you go home?
I stay in office.
See, there's life to it. Oh, we are talking about that. You ask me. Okay, I won't tell you what. I'm going to ask you later. But talking about there's life to it.
Definitely.
Okay. So seriously, what time do you finish? What time do you start actually?
Besides, I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Most of the time, I'm sleeping.
Goodness. In your stay also you work. Okay. So typically your work hours would be?
Well, generally, when I started off on my beginning of my career, I worked as long as 12 hours a day.
Okay. Wow.
Except weekends,
Right.
where I have my time for.
I guess you're still working.
Yes, in a way or two. In the beginning, because you do not have the experience, you do not have the exposure, there's a lot of time that you need to spend on the ground to learn the various skills and knowledge of different situations.
Yeah.
So the number of hours needed will be pretty long.
Right.
And not just on the ground, because there will be administrative work, the records of what you learned. So you need to put it in register. It could be by email, correspondence, or even recording the reports. So this the number of hours spent initially. So along the way, as I progress, it's different ballgame. Where you have certain knowledge already, then that's where you pass on to a group of people, which is called your teammates.
Yeah.
Then you coach your teammates so that they could have similar skills, knowledge as you. So I think at the point I'm still working quite long hours, 12 hours probably. And that because of that eagerness, or we call it urge to wanting to pass on the knowledge and also to learn new knowledge, that brings me to continue. And the best part is that as you go along, your tolerance level becomes higher and higher. So that's where you're able to absorb more and more in the shortest possible time.
Wow. So you're not just actually working, you're actually learning at the same time. Wow, it goes really nice with the tagline, lifelong learning. You're a good example of lifelong learning.
Lifelong.
Right. Just one thing as the world evolves and as the new novel is setting in, right? So how much time that you really invest in upgrading it? Because to lead and inspire people, to coach them as well, you coach them as we are the popular, we need to coach and inspire and groom future leaders. How much time do you actually invest in upskilling yourself? Yeah.
Well, upskilling them, in my opinion, there are two types.
Okay.
One is academic, which you read from books, you listen to class, you learn from online.
Yeah.
Another part of this, you learn every moment, every people that you interact, every situation you have. So I can share this in length, but it will going to be very long.
Okay, that will be in his future book is coming up, alright? So please do keep a lookout for that. Yes.
So
and share one instead of sharing all the answers.
Which one? Oh no.
Okay. How much time you need? Okay. Do you read every day? Do you attend courses? Do you make yourself, let's say, commit to a certain hours or certain month that you will really go back to school?
Well, you see, I'm trying to. I pause for a while because I'm wanting to share which part of my life and how much time did I actually invest in it.
Okay, sure.
So, if you ask me, I have never stopped learning since even I graduated.
Wonderful.
Yeah, during army days, you will see that I always carry a book.
Why? Go to the field, bring a book.
Whenever there is opportunity.
Yes. Alright.
And
Sure.
I read papers, newspaper,
Yeah.
maybe even army. And I think that was part of parcel for me to get my so ready after I get out
Right.
army. So that I consider that's learning, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I come into the world life, so you don't have a lot of time to really improve on yourself, except reading from books.
Okay.
So that was the initial stage. But along as I grow, I remember that I spent almost about I'm still a diploma then 6 years ago,
Okay.
where then I started to invest myself some time
Yes.
to pursue a degree.
Wonderful.
Now, then this is where that I like to share with people. 20 years back when I finished army, I thought of pursuing my degree. Family wasn't permitting because of financial, so I need to come out to work.
Sure.
Initially, when I was young, I thought, my family cannot afford to give it to me. But along the way, because of the mentorship I had along the way, it guided me, strengthened internally. Rather than focusing on that, I'm focusing on what I'm doing. So focusing on the now. So I grew myself, and I end up from a manager all the way to a field department within 15 years or so. No, less than that.
Yeah. But,
Probably 10 years.
wow.
Yeah. So then as you move on, then you realize that why do I need a degree? Actually, whatever I learn, whatever I do on my work is actually part of my degree.
Okay.
And
Yes.
is my degree to assist me so that I can be better, or is it because I learn all this so that I can pass my degree better? So then that was about 6-7 years ago. Then I decided to pick up the degree course.
Okay.
So, and it was nice to back to school.
What's really okay? If I may interject, what really is why do you really want to go for it?
That's another P.
And what's that?
It's called to prove it to myself
Okay.
that the years of time, because I shared that I've been spending about 12 hours every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
That it is equivalent to the certificate. That if I go through that certification, that it's equivalent. But the difference is that if I just go and study, I don't have money coming in, no income. But I learn with income coming in.
Right.
So, what does it mean then? That I go to those studies, I pass with I will be the top students, but I pass. What does it mean? It means that I use the least amount of time to study, to understand what the topic says, and I could produce because of my experience.
Experiences.
Yeah, I'm not encouraging most of you who are listening to not to pursue your degree. But I guess that you need to
Wait, not to
balance.
pursue or
not to pursue your degree, but is to set a balance of your present situation that you are in at the point of time. So you need to assess what is the most priority and make the best out of the situation you're in instead of just why am I like this? Why am I in this state? So when you question yourself, this question should be generating strength for you to push forward rather than putting you backwards. So I guess this is something for you. I mean to share.
In a way, I think yes, it's not just about the paper qualifications, but it's also the wealth of experience that you build up will actually make you a man or a woman or a man, alright? So you have to ask yourself, the listeners who are tuning in, alright, how will the degree or the paper qualification help you in the future? Alright, is it for personal or you just to show off to other people that you have the paper? Right? Most importantly, you have to ask within yourself. Right, that is how you're going to progress in life. So experience do really, it was more than just a paper qualification. And in fact, in today's world, it's more of the experiences than just a paper. And on top of the paper, the personal is about the EQ that what Yicheng has been talking about. Right, there is the EQ, the interaction with people is key to a success in communicating with others. So I'm very impressed, despite your busyness, 12 hours, I don't think it's 12 hours, I think more than that. Right? And you manage to squeeze in some hours to really pursue a degree. And that's really amazing, and it's an inspiration to others. Right? So what's next? So moving forward, so what's next? You have your degree, you are where you are today. So what's next? There are many years ahead of you. So what do you look forward? Where do you see yourself progress? This is a common question, yeah? It's like a cliche. When you look forward in the next 5 to 10 years?
Not to work. Well,
Oh man, yeah, see the to work, I don't work, I play.
I guess it's a joke that if
Yeah.
you say that we have enough, we don't work. I guess it's a choice if you have that. In life, whether you have a lot of money doesn't mean that then therefore you will just laze around and do nothing. There's only so much time that you can laze around.
Okay.
I don't see myself stop working even until retirement age. Even I think in retirement I'll probably do something.
Wow, okay.
I'm very thankful that along the years I realized that while money is not everything,
The only thing.
some people, to some people, it's the only thing. Why? Well, to people who are living in the streets, do you think money is important to them? Without money, they can't have a shelter over their head. So, thankfully, Singapore, we don't have really that kind of problem. I see that in many other countries. So, through the participation in a charitable organization, which I'm doing, we bring this warmth to some people who are in need. Yeah, of course, I'm not a millionaire or billionaire right now.
Right now.
I hope I can be one. I hope.
No, don't work. You work towards it.
So I guess that the money is not everything, and that's where hopefully at one stage in my life I could part some of this with these people who are really in need. And I always in my dream that I could work out some kind of organization during my spare time that it can actually generate income for this, and this income is not just for the group of people working for this organization, but partial of it on a regular basis to be donated to a charitable organization. And I think that could help some people. And I'm always this is my wish is that I hope that this money is not just to help those in the street, but the majority to help those family, the children in this family in need. Because I believe that no matter how poor you are, you need to go through certain stage of education, or you need to go through certain kind of academic training, because that trains their discipline, train their thoughts. So once you have that thoughts, you generate your behaviors differently.
Right.
So that is something I hope I could do in the future. That's in the future.
That's in the future. Yeah, the words cool or that is not so strong. I think if you heard me many times, right, you can do it. Right? Because you have a dream, right? So it's about having the effort, you have the intent and the desire, and you cannot do this alone. You need a group of people, like-minded people to come together to realize this dream. Or you can be initiated. Just like what we have right now. The initiator is right in front of us, the one in front. Okay, the director, the editor, that's Miss Yuki.
Yes.
You know that, right? Okay. So she dreamed about it, I think for the last, you've been talking to us for the last 2 years, then now she has realized it. Alright? And we are part of it, so we are there. And for us to share our experiences. Yes. Okay. So that's what you intend to do. Yeah? So you're actually not retired. So you can, yes, I do. Well, totally I agree with that. In the sense that we should not retire. Retire is not just totally and do nothing. It's about finding time and to find things that we would love to do, that probably to help others. Now it's about passing it forward, right? Yes, we plan for where we were, and now where we are, and where we will be. And it's not just the dollars and cents, but it's the hardware that actually will enrich you. And that will lessen the heart problem. Because Joe, I'm not a medical doctor, so don't. But it gives you that spiritual strength inside. So for those people, just now you mentioned about the learning, right? So what are the areas that you actually, one area that in the last 12 months that you have really embarked on? Just like many others, during this time they unlearn and relearn. So if you mind sharing, what's the one area that you went on board? One course that you took up, or
Well, you're quite right that the past few years I don't really have a lot of time to sit down in the classroom and attend the course.
Okay.
So in substitution is that what I do is I read a little bit of books.
Okay.
I do some research online,
right?
and I watch a lot of YouTubes. So please
Wait,
watch our
Sorry.
watch our channel.
Oh yeah.
Continue, you know,
There's
every
a
day.
lot of lessons coming.
Yeah. So the joke aside is indeed true. I every day I will be on YouTube. It could be just playing and listening. There's a lot of information. Nowadays we do not need to go to library. A lot of books are translated into YouTube.
Audiobooks.
Yes, audio. Audio and YouTube. I prefer YouTube because YouTube tend to help me to streamline those certain topics that I always find.
Okay.
And it brings me brilliance in locating the topics I need. If I have new thoughts coming in my mind, I just Google and just find the topics. And
Yes.
I just listen, or otherwise I listen to it. So that is one thing that I learned during this period of time. Topic wise, it's quite wide. Yeah. So I can't. I like astronomy. You know, yesterday there was this moon conjunction between the two planets. It could be that basic in terms of history. I love to see history. Yeah. And I also like to see how a civilization 4,000 years ago suddenly found right now, sometimes somewhere in China, somewhere. It's not just Babylon, you know. Babylon is known to us many years. But China, there are many states which they just realized and found civilization. And this civilization suddenly just, for some reasons, just disappeared. Could we also encounter this in the years to come?
Wow. There's a question for us. Please write down your response below. Yicheng would love to hear from you. That's from his research and readings. See, very interesting. Actually, like what you said, mentioned, I think that the interaction itself, actually not just you learn actually a lot more, right? Because each and every one of us come from different background, and we come from different experiences, and we can learn from each other. So one of the things that probably from here, have lots of coffee with your friends, and don't just with your own group of friends. Please go beyond your group of friends. People you may say hi for the first time, but it's nice to just have coffee and have a good chat, because the exchanges will actually enrich each other, not just one side. It's both ways actually, and you may do not know, you may learn something from there. People, if you're in one particular industry, you need someone from another industry, you'll be able to learn something from the other industry. So for myself, for the last few sessions, I've learned from Yuki about marine, and today I learned from Yicheng is about building, and not only building but it's also people. So we have the building and the people coming together and how you interact with them. But you see, the beauty of it from the discussion so far is that from what I've been hearing is that so far what you have enriched is actually from all teachable moments. This is a teachable moment. From the YouTube is a teachable moment. From the interaction with people is also a teachable moment. So it means every interaction is a teachable moment.
Indeed.
Wow. So, and reading is just to enrich you. Alright, great. So now, Yicheng, if you got someone is very keen listening to you, inspired by what you have just said, and would love to join you, right? I mean, join your university. What would your advice to them?
Write to this email address.
Okay, have coffee with him. He will provide you good advice.
Wow, there are many things that we learn in life. I'm not the master of this topic.
What would you?
What would I? That's why you please write to this email address, and we'll try to answer as many questions as you have. And we would love to interact with you and share as much as we could with you. Likewise, we also hope that you can give us some topics that you may be interested to know. Yeah, to this email address.
Sorry, that wasn't a commercial break. I work for my sponsor, Yicheng.
Now, in life, it's not just about work. There's a lot about play and have fun. Well, if you can join both together, I think that's perfect. Yeah. But then again, not all of us have the luck to have that. So whenever we can, try to have fun in what we are doing. Then I think as we move along, we'll be more happy and more joyous along the way.
Wow. So it's fun, your motto itself?
No, I think motto is the fun.
Oh, motto is the fun. Okay. Oh, on that topic, do you have your own personal tagline, slogan that inspires you every day, that motivates you?
Well, motivates me.
What's the
I am still alive. Now,
That's very deep, no? I'm still alive.
I guess I'm quite lenient to myself. I'm very chincai to myself when I'm alone. Yeah. At work or associating with people, I try to understand what they're going through. So, but of course, sometimes I'm just a human being too. I could have woke up from the wrong side of the bed. I'm frustrated for issue. You just come along, I'll just with yourself fireworks. But at every situation, I will try to just take a step backwards. Breathe in, breathe out. Then, well, basically is that I think I likewise earlier I shared tough time don't last, tough man too. So you ignore the tough man, but you remember the tough time. Tough time means that any situation you're in, it's not going to be lasting. It's maybe only for that moment. So therefore, appreciate the moment rather than antagonize yourself into the situation and become part of it. If it's rubbish, don't become rubbish, you know. So and then whether I have motors, I don't think I have that motor right now. The motor is not running. So once the running, I'll share with you. Yeah, but write to this email.
But I think from what I deduced, I may be wrong, but I just share because since you mentioned there's no motor, but from your conversation itself, your sharing, I think what really inspires you because you keep on probably reminding us that tough times don't last, but tough men do. Alright, so it's about building your own inner courage, your own inner resilience. Regardless of any situation that you are in, you will be able to survive them and overcome them easily. So it's you, alright, and that takes a lot of experiences and years of building up to where you are today. So that's why touch goes to the gym. It's not just the physical gym; it's the mental gym.
But having said that, I'm really not a master. I really learned from a lot of masters. He is one of them. And there are also more ancient masters. And I'm not forgetting Sun Tzu, Lao Tzu.
Yes.
These are great people that we learn from. Gandhi as well. There are many plenties. Qing dynasty, whatever dynasty, Babylon and all that. These are really something that we learn from each other. Why certain people behave a certain way. It carries now because we carry all the genes and virus.
Like don't spread, then keep to yourself, don't spread to others. Right. It's been great. So just before we end off this session, right? Okay. Now there's one thing I would like to ask you. That's why you say you retire or you say you want to work and go on. Okay. So do this phrase, are you live to work or work to live? Do you live to work or work to live?
So, if I may to ask another question to this question,
okay, wow.
Would you retire from work? Would you retire from your work?
So you're asking me?
Yes,
okay. Of course, I won't retire from my work.
Yeah, you will not retire from work
because there's life ahead of me.
Precisely. So you do not want to be redundant. Okay. Yeah. So therefore, whether you work to live or live to work is really a question in where you are right now, and you make a decision for it. I think the young people for beginning, will be work to live because you need the basics.
Right.
But as you grow older, you become to live
Don't say older, mature.
Oh, mature. Yeah.
Older means
Become wiser.
Wiser.
Wiser is equal to old.
Hey, I mentioned earlier.
You almost said, no.
I still have coffee.
Okay. So it really boils down to
So yours will be what? That's the advice for
my advice is not to be redundant.
Okay. So you need to work or work to live?
I like to live.
And not to work. Alright then. I hope that you had a great time listening to us. Right. Thank you, Yicheng, for coming by. It's been a long time actually. We had this chat since the circuit breaker time. We haven't had this really interesting chat all this long. Alright, so I hope that you'll be inspired or just not just listening to us, our conversation, but probably can take a leaf out of that and reflect on it and see what's the next action. So it's not just about thinking about it, but you must take action. Things won't happen if without action. So till we meet again, so please stay tuned to this channel, which we have another interesting friend of ours will be coming in and to share his I don't know whether he or she, but his or her experience. No, we don't have
he and she. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. But make sure that if you like what we are sharing, please like and share.
Yes. Okay. So stay tuned till we meet again. Bye bye.